Despite my myriad talents, I must maintain a supply train in this backwoods marsh. We have excess stores. Feel free to peruse them, if you like.
Are you here about the refugees? I've already explained this to 3 inspectors from Eldenroot. Until their status is resolved, the Argonians are to remain within the enclosure. Praise Ifrei, someone who isn't going on about Argonian spies. Last year, this tribe arrived in Grahtwood as refugees. But because we're all part of the Dominion now, my superiors can't decide what to do with them. Absolutely not. This entire tribe was enslaved by Dark Elves. They have more reason to hate the Ebonheart Pact than you or I. But someone in Eldenroot decides to set an example, and now there are barricades. It's why I need outside help. Here's a list of the tribe's leaders. I need to know why they refuse to speak with us. Unless my report says they're cooperating, my superiors have an excuse to exile them. Soldiers and barricades aren't exactly a welcoming feast. But unless the Argonians are willing to speak with us, they won't stay in Grahtwood for much longer. Utate is some kind of spiritual leader, friendly sort. Slimjar fishes for a living, with eyes as cold and dead as her catches. As for No Fingers, I have no idea what he does, but the tribe respects him. No. As a justiciar, the Thorma Inner Council directs me to investigate and enforce Dominion law. They've never given me soldiers. Without an armed encampment, the Argonians might have trust in me. But that's not how they see it in Eldenroot.
Welcome. What brings you to the Greymire? Then you're a wandering soul, much like our tribe was? Without the gracious Wood Elves, we would still roam Tamriel in search of a new home. Once the Dominion understand the depth to our gratitude, I'm certain they'll remove the barricades. Please, ask me anything. The Dominion capital is the Wood Elf city of Eldenroot. The bulk of its armies are Wood Elf soldiers. I see no difference between the Dominion and our Wood Elf benefactors. The tribe's leadership will soon meet to discuss this matter. Some fear the Dominion plan to enslave us, as the Dark Elves once did. I hope to put this absurdity to rest. You're welcome to attend the meeting, Wanderer. We have nothing to hide. We were slaves to Dark Elves for generations. When the Ebonheart Pact formed, we refused to fight beside our former captors. They called us traitors and banished us from our lands. We roamed Tamriel for years, and only stopped when we reached Grahtwood. We asked the Wood Elves here for temporary shelter. Instead, they gave us the Greymire. All they asked was that we work the land and set aside some of our fish. For this, we must always be grateful. In Black Marsh, I was a tree minder. I tended the Hist, the great trees of our people. Here, I will become a spinner, to speak with the trees of Grahtwood. I will lead my people to Ifrei, the Wood Elf god of the forest. We've always thought that without the Hist, there can be no hatchlings. But with Ifrei's guidance, I will find a way. Think of it. Argonians native to Grahtwood, to our new way of life. Proud citizens of the Dominion which Queen Irene hopes to build.
A soldier already told me to return to the Greymire, but let me fish a little longer, all right? I'll head back shortly.
I was dreaming of speckled fish. Now I'm hungry and wet. Explain yourself. Despite what you may have heard, a bucket of water to the face isn't a traditional Argonian greeting. But I'm not one to stand on ceremony. What's on your mind? As long as I can raise my guar and sleep in the shade, I don't care who rules this land. We want to live in peace, as a free people. If the Dominion supports us, then I support the Dominion. I'd find somewhere else to sleep in the shade. Some of the rough skins in this village might not see it the same way. I wouldn't go throwing buckets of water on them. You might lose a finger. The meeting. I nearly slept through it. Udate wants to discuss the grumbling about the barricades. You should come. See how we govern ourselves. I've roamed from one end of Tamriel to the other, handling vicious beasts along the way. In all that time, I've never lost a finger. But the moment I call myself Lost No Fingers, a guar will tear off my arm. When my tribe left the Black Marsh, we brought along our native wildlife. None wanted the job, so I took charge. I prefer beasts to people. More pragmatic, less complicated, and you always know when one plans to eat you. It doesn't, but when you're the one who keeps the Wamasu calm, nobody gets on your bad side. Ha! I had you. The tribe sees one who remains calm in the face of danger, and with this comes respect. Simple as that.
Begone, outsider. You have no place here. I speak with warriors, not spoiled eggs. Your words are drenched in honey. How far do you stick your tongue up the beehive? Very well. Ask your questions. I hunt and I fish. I do it better than the rest. The others respect my strength. This tribe has forgotten how to survive. You want to know my role? I remind them what we left behind. No matter how far this tribe wanders, they will always bay the elven boots with their tongues. Dark elves, high elves, a Nord with pointed ears would do. But some of us fought our slave masters. When they forget, I remind them. By Dominion, you mean Queen Irene. She's like any dark elf matron, but her lash is an army of Thalmor lackeys. The Wood Elves and Khajiit are the worst kind of slaves. They'll pave her road to victory with their own blood, and thank her for the privilege. Enough questions. Utate called a meeting to discuss the barricades. If you're so eager to learn my thoughts, you should attend.
Thank you for coming, all of you. We have all heard the grumblings, but if this is to be our home, we must end this talk of defying the Dominion.
You tail-lifting fool! Do we ignore the slave pen they built around us? This wood elf god you follow corrupts your mind.
If Frick can give us hatchlings, Slimjaw, peace with the Dominion is our only chance of survival.
While you whisper to trees, the Dominion measures our wrists for manacles. I cannot allow this.
Slimjaw, what are you saying?
Utate, you turn our people away from the Hist. I sanction you for your heresy.
Slimjaw,
Hail
no!
Sithis!
I knew of Slimjaw's anger, but to murder Utate, madness. Didn't you hear her? She leapt crest first from the cliffs of madness. The anger has burned a hole through her good sense. Killing Utate must be part of a larger plan. Slimjaw was once a shadow scale, a holy assassin feared throughout Black Marsh. To sanction Utate as she did was a signal. Her hunters will lie in wait for whatever comes next. They'll fight to the death, so we need to fight harder. If one Dominion soldier dies at the hands of these fools, my entire tribe will pay for it. So yes, we need to kill them, if it isn't too much trouble. But have no fear. Comes when called can help you track them down. That tiny guar sniffing at your ankle. Don't worry, it means he likes you. Sweep the beach camps for Slimjaw's hunters. I'll round up a few trusted friends and check the forest camps. We'll meet at the old sea cave west of the Grey Mire. We should hurry. If any of Slimjaw's hunters attack Dominion soldiers, my tribe is doomed. I trained the little one to work with the hunters. He's quite familiar with their scent. If they're around, he'll be happy to lead you to them. The hunters, less happy.
You can't stop Mother Lightning. Hail, Siphus!
It's such a fine day for fishing. I'll be out here a little longer, and then I'll return home.
You're still breathing. Good. Breathing is good. Slimjaw is deeper in the sea cave. She's trying to gain control of Mother Lightning. If she manages this, the Dominion soldiers won't stand a chance. The giant lizards with lightning in their teeth are Wamasu. Mother Lightning laid their eggs and nurtured them to hatching. Everything about her is twice their size. It pains me to say, but you'll need to put her down when you kill Slimjaw. I was once a shadow scale, just like Slimjaw. For me to kill her without sanction would be true heresy. I've lived my life without angering the Night Mother, and I'd rather not start now. But my friend Eagerteeth has no such restriction. Yes, the one chewing on that hunter's spine. She's a feisty one. I'll return to the village and chase away the Wamasu. If they sense Mother Lightning is in danger, they might stampede through the Gray Mire. Good luck, friend. But with Eagerteeth by your side, you shouldn't have much trouble. Argonians born under the sign of the Shadow are special. Some are taken at birth and trained as assassins. We followed the god Sithis, and through his consort wife, we received sanctioned kills. I shouldn't say we. That life is long behind me. Slimjaw and I first came to this tribe as liberators. But for every Argonian we freed, the Dark Elves tortured 10. I refused to cause more pain for my people. When the tribe was exiled, I remained as a protector. But I was too slow to protect Utate. Back. You stopped Slimjaw then. Oh no, Eagerteeth didn't survive, did she? I see. You'll be missed, Eagerteeth. But this is no time to mourn. Officer Parwinell grows impatient with our tribe. Perhaps if you were to calm the waters, she would leave us be. None of the others will speak with her. They fear she'll find out about the fighting, so they cling to silence and hope I make it all go away. But I'm a terrible liar. There's no way I could disguise Utite and Slimjaw's absence. I don't want the tribe forced out of its home. These people, my people, they found hope in the Grey Maya. I don't want it wrenched away from them due to Slimjaw's foolish actions. If I may ask, what will you tell her? As you should. I just hope what you think is right is what's best for my tribe.
Now just calm down. I haven't made any decisions yet.
This is it. The Dominion plan to drive us out of Grahtwood.
My scouts reported sounds of battle along the beaches. This forces my hand. If I can't explain this immediately, my superiors will hear about this and assume the worst. I need you to tell me what's going on in the Grey Maya. I don't see any hunters here now, nor have I seen Utate or Slimjaw. None of the guards saw anyone trying to head out of town, so where are they? I see. When they return, I want to speak with them, but for now, I won't need them for my report. About what we spoke of earlier, you're sure the Dominion has nothing to fear from these people? Then that's all I need for my report. My superiors won't be happy, but I'm sure they'll get used to the idea eventually. Thank you for seeing the truth of the matter. I hope to have those wretched wooden barricades down within the month. Argonians of the Grey Maya, as long as this tribe pledges itself to the Dominion, you will always have a home in Grahtwood.
If it means we belong, we'll pledge. Right, Shatuna?
Yes, praise the divines. Whatever allows us to stay.
I'm glad you're all so excited. Please, if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can. I'm relieved this tribe can call the Grey Maya their home. If the Dominion can't honor the promises of its members, what good is it?
Hail.
Hello there.
The tribe will live and flourish in the Grey Mire. Be proud. You've given our people hope.
So, we have you to thank. That's good. You're good. Cracked open my finest fish wine to celebrate. The hardest part is fishing out all the chunks. Ah, fish. Because it's made from... What was I saying?
The Argonians are innocent of murderous habits, I hear. Good. May we leave this mire to them and move on. If you need anything from our supplies, do let me know.
My cousin was studying with Tellinger at Esduin. Thank you for all you did there.
Wonderful. Thought I'd be yapping here for eternity. Blasted wormies only have eyes for the empty ones. Very well. Tie me to your belt and we can get started. No time to lose. How can you breathe? You just do without thinking much about it. It's the same with me in talking. Or worm cultists digging up old bones. Didn't ask if they belonged to anyone, did they? The wormies just started making skeletons. Yes! Pieces of me are all over the place. It's rather disconcerting. I'm probably not the first skeleton you've had to reassemble, and I doubt I'll be the last. But once I'm walking again, we can figure out what the wormies want with the bone orchard. Deal? Ah, quite the view from up here, eh? I meant the landscape. Don't get any ideas? All right, let's find the rest of these. Practice in the wormy camps or fucking some skeletons around until I get spot out. Efficient little nitwits. Could be part of me in every skeleton here. That was my femur! Wait, no, my femur bends to the left. Carry on! Look at all the dirt on my bones! I used to bathe weekly to keep myself presentable. My pelvis is filthy! What did the wormies do? Use it as a shovel? Ah, that's the last one. Quickly now! Drop my pieces on the ground and I'll put myself back together. You have no idea how good this feels. To be whole again and walk with my own two legs. To have legs at all. Next? Oh, you mean the wormies. Can't leave them here, digging up bones that dig up bones? No idea. That's why we'll need to investigate. Yes, that's the thing for us. Investigations all around. Their biggest dig site is nearby. Hard to miss it, really. Unless you're one to miss a hole in the ground. Charging off like filled and near blood drunk, eh? Don't expect me to lend a hand. Perhaps a rib will do? Point it at any wormy skeleton and I'll have it fighting at your side. No, it's no trouble. You can thank me later. Onward to the dig site. Dear! Gora, dear, what have they done?
What does it look like? They dug up my barrow.
What? Why?
Wouldn't stop asking about the roots.
The roots? Why would they care about the... Oh, no.
Told them they were asking for trouble. But did they listen? Went right to the barrow bar. Idiots.
Hey, friend. Listen, we have a problem. The wormies must be here for what's under the barrow bow. With enough of the little skeletons, they'll be able to dig up the big ones. I knew I shouldn't have said anything to that Ithruin fellow. The wormy leader. Told him he'd have no use for the big bones in the ground with the barrow bow to keep them sleeping. But if he digs up the barrow bow's roots, he'll kill it. Then he can build giant wormy skeletons to stomp around. There are others like Goradir sleeping beneath the barrow bow. If they knew what the wormies wanted, they'd help. But we can't get there without Spinner Amariel's help. And she's not too happy with me. She's up on the ridge overlooking the bone orchard. Maybe I shouldn't go with you. No, that's silly. I'm sure she'll be happy to see me. But just to be prudent, I'll let you do the talking.
You're Dringoth's friend, right? Spinner Amariel won't be happy about that. Very bright, good sense of humor. No patience for Dringoth's mischief. Years ago, she'd had enough, so she took him apart and scattered him around the bone orchard. I laughed hard enough to shift my barrow. Most of us choose to sleep in our own bones, but Dringoth borrowed those of a long-dead elf. He was always restless, even in life. Dringoth's true bones are gnarled in the roots of the barrow bar. Some say they're the oldest in the orchard. Look out for him, would you? His recklessness tends to wear at the others buried here. Tired. Very tired. Much taller.
When Spinner Amariel sees me, she'll be surprised. Hopefully not enough to scatter me across the bone orchard. Again. It'll be fine. What's so special about a great tree the size of a sailing ship, sealing the old bones beneath it in eternal slumber? Not much beyond all that, I suppose. To keep people out, why else? Spirits hate disturbances. And to keep the bones from wandering away. The barrow bough grew around the oldest skull in the ground, you know. The big hill in the center of the orchard? Well, suppose it doesn't look much like a skull now. Been buried too long. Ha! Oh, most think it belongs to the god Ifri. His death made the bones of the earth, or so it goes. Depends on who tells the story. Oh, no, of course not. Nobody that important. I don't know. Yes, it's left me completely. Wait, did you hear that? Could have sworn it was a wormy. Oh, must have been my imagination. Brilliant young woman. Keeps records of all the bones buried here, big and small alike. Every dead elf in the ground is important enough for her to track. Suppose it's why she was annoyed with me for inhabiting these elf bones instead of my own. No idea! Some dead elf from another era. Probably won a war, lost a war, or refused to fight in a war. You know how it goes with these things. Spinner Amario sees me, she'll be surprised. Hopefully not enough to scatter me across the bone orchard. Again. It'll be fine. Spinner Amario, we need your help. It's an emergency.
Dringoth, who put you back together? Are you to blame for these worm cultists?
Not at all. Well, not exactly. I'll let my friend fill you in.
Why did you let Dringoth talk you into this? Do you know how much trouble he's brought to the Bone Orchard? My apologies. His very presence wears at my manners. What do you need? Yes, their leader threw and made vague threats about me remaining inside. He's attempting to raise the old bones beneath the Barrow, but there's no way he'll do that before Eldenroot sends a patrol, so I'm staying put. Dug up? But that would take weeks. How do they manage? Why? Those old bones are useless to them. The Barrow shields them from necromancy. But if they can dig up the Barrow's roots... Oh no. They plan to turn the old bones into an army! Here, this is Niranon's horn. Head beneath the Barrow and sound the horn before the gate. It's the only way inside, unless you want to help the worm cult with their digging. And don't let Dringoth sneak off with that horn.
Come on! We need to get to the Barrow! Oh, we have a history built upon the bedrock of respect and mutual appreciation. We're just having a bit of a spat, that's all. 30 or 50 years, I think. Yes, let's say 50. Give or take a decade. It's my fault, really. I was insufferable. Don't know how she put up with me, to be honest. Taking me apart was the best thing for us both. Not at all. Well, I do wonder how she'd fare buried up to her neck while I sit in a nice warmly lit cave, but it's a passing fancy. She used to visit my skull and sing to me, even when we were squabbling. That's true friendship right there.
Head to the Barrow. Niranon's horn will get you inside, I'm sure of it. There are many wood elves interred around the Barrow. I catalogue their names, cities of origin, and learn about their lives. Then I sing their stories beneath the roots, so the old bones beneath have something new to dream about. I've always known Dringoth. He managed to get into trouble when he was just a skull. How he learned to climb like that still eludes me. The spinners who came before were no different. Dealing with Dringoth has been the only real constant in the Bone Orchard. Your parents aren't from Grahtwood? That's surprising. You carry yourself like a native. Spinners keep the stories of our people flowing. We focus upon the past, present, and future of every wood elf. Even you. Ha! No, not me. Not yet.
are already inside. If we're lucky, they haven't made it to the heart of the barrow bow. They can't have uncovered all this so quickly. We should hurry. If Niranon still stands, she'll let us through. She has to. Gatekeeper to the barrow bow, a friend long ago. Not so fond of me in recent centuries. She'll understand why we need to get in, I'm sure of it. They can't have uncovered all this so quickly. We should hurry. If Niranon still stands, she'll let us through. She has to.
Who disturbs the heart of the barrow bow?
Niranon, enough with the theatrics! You need to let us in!
Dringol, what are you doing here? Who is with you? And why are there intruders in the roots of the barrow bow? Dringol, what have you done?
Nothing, I'm trying to help!
Once again you bring us suffering. Banishment is too good for you this time.
The barrow bow's roots are a bit dank, aren't they? A bit creepy. I know I shouldn't say it, but all the talking skeletons in one place are a bit unsettling. It's not just me, is it? Banished makes it sound so severe. More of an extended vacation. It's good to put a little distance between your family, especially when you disagree on a few small matters. Extended family. Second cousins in arms. Distance relations thrice removed. When there are so few of you left, I suppose they become your family, even when all you do is bicker. The others want to sleep until everyone forgets them. To which I say, "Pah! A daily constitutional does wonders to brush out the cobwebs. So does a dandelion if you have actual cobwebs. But family is family, so I stay in this wretched place."
Dringol, what have you done?
What will you make us lose this time, Dringol?
You should have left, Dringol.
Ulfrost will not forgive you again.
Why, Dringol? Why return?
Dringol, you were banished, yet you dare return?
Just listen to me. We're in danger. Necromancers are trying to kill the barrow bow.
You warn of danger. Dringol, who leveled nations with his girth. Your restlessness trapped us here in the first place.
There are a vast number of elf bones in the bone orchard. If we all use them together, we can drive out the invader!
Together? Since when have you done anything that wasn't for yourself? Once more you bring danger upon us, then beg for our help to end it. No longer! You'll remain beneath the barrow bow until the world forgets you! We have no quarrel with you, Living One. Indeed, we thank you for your part in awakening us. The invaders in the barrow bow must be stopped. Because we must punish him for his transgressions. The elf bone shell to which he was banished will no longer suit him.
We'll return into the old skull around which the barrow bough first grew. The very skull that surrounds this room. Dringoth's crimes are unforgivable. We once sought a true death in the farthest reaches of the world, but his aimless wanderings led to our imprisonment. Here, we can never die. That story is as long as it is old. You would endure the telling? In days long past, our old bones longed for the sun's sweet kiss, for friends we knew in life. But our restless wanderings caused untold suffering. We went far away to be forgotten by the world, to die. But Dringoth continued to wander, to destroy. He couldn't bear to stay in one place for long. Yet while he fixed his gaze upon the horizon, he forgot to watch the ground. Whole cities crumbled beneath him. Amidst this devastation, the Wood Elves of Fallen Estes saw his wanderlust for what it was. They invited him to join the travels of their walking city. His elation gave them time to ensorcel him into slumber. Unaware, he laid down to sleep. They buried him and planted a seed in his skull. In time, it became the barrow bough. The Wood Elves of Fallen Estes feared our fading bones would wander, so they sought us out and carried us to the Bone Orchard. Here, they interred us beneath shrines to Ifre, ensuring we would never be forgotten. Because of this, none of us can die. No. In telling the story, we see he did not. But his wanderings led to great destruction, and his selfishness led our bones to this prison. He afflicted us with the doom of endlessness, and for this crime, he cannot be forgiven. You shame us, outsider. Perhaps we judge him in anger. Very well. Dringoth will stand with us to keep the barrow bough from harm. When the invaders are repelled, he is free to decide his own fate.
Enemies at the inner gate. Come quickly, we'll drive out the worm cult.
I can't believe Ulfras let me stay like this. Come, let's help the old bones drive back the new.
Rise, my friends! Rise and slay the intruders! Drive them from our home!
Quite the brawl, eh? If that doesn't strike terror into the heart of the wormies, I don't know what will! Quite the brawl, eh? If that doesn't strike terror into the heart of the wormies, I don't know what will! We've taken them down a notch! The more bones they send us, the more we'll have to fight them! But the wormies never thought they'd be on the other end of it, eh? Suppose you'll be moving on, then. You should come visit. Tell us tales of your travels. We're a lot alike, you and I. Oh, kick around here, I expect. Catch up with old friends. Scare a pilgrim or two. Oh, there's dirt. It's rather dull, isn't it? The wormies were the most exciting thing in ages. No, 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 no. Well, a bit, in that impending doom sort of way. The wormies mixed things up. Even got old Ulfras kicking around again. And I met you, so it wasn't all bad. I should really send them a letter. Dear Wormies, thanks for the excitement. Sorry about that Ethruan fellow, but he was a bit of a bastard, wasn't he? Perhaps we should catch up over some Death Bell tea. Signed, Dringoth. Oh, do you think they'll write back? That seals it then! Now to find some vellum, hot wax, a quill, definitely a quill. I saw some ink up in Spinner Amario's cave. She'll let me borrow some, I'm sure of it.
A heated battle. I haven't felt its like in ages. With luck, the invaders will crawl away from this place and leave us to our slumber.
Suppose you'll be moving on then. You should come visit. Tell us tales of your travels. We're a lot alike, you and I.